Here, give me one more clap. And really clap it.
I can't clap. Now I'm under.
Really clap, though. Like, stop playing around. There we go.
I feel like my claps are bad now. Damn it.
No, yeah, they're good.
Is that the audio equipment is like filtering out my clap?
Do you think that your haircut has something to do with your inability to clap? You're
I'm
like
too gay now.
You're Samson.
Would you two shut the fuck up so we can podcast?
Every time
Jesus
you clap, you have to.
Christ.
You can't clap with both your hands together. You have to put your fingers in the middle of your palm.
Yeah, I have to go. Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You can
Guys,
only,
can we start recording?
You can only.
Jesus Christ.
No, this is good content.
You can only clap when you're making a point.
Yeah.
We will start the podcast when we're ready, Benjamin.
You guys are both trying to ruin my podcasting career. I listened to the last fucking episode, and after I left, you guys got all up in your feelings, and none of you said anything funny, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. So let's record the podcast now. I'm about to hit record, and we're going to start the fucking show, okay?
Okay.
And be fucking funny.
All right.
I don't know if I can. You know, Ben.
God damn it.
You know what?
That's Kevin every episode.
No.
Like, we're in episode 600. He's like, I don't feel like being funny today.
No, let me tell you, Ben. I want the opposite from you. I want some genuine feelings. All right.
People have told me they like it when you get genuine on the podcast, which you're being right now.
What the fuck do they know?
Screaming at us.
I like it when you get genuine. When you ride at my pony.
God damn it.
When you wear a big hat.
Listen.
Did Genuine wear a big hat?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Ben, it's as
Jesus
sweaters
Christ.
making you angry.
Shut the fuck up.
It's the capitalist model of Costco wrapped around your heart, actually.
Kevin, would you shut the fuck up?
I won't.
Let's start the podcast, okay? Let's have a good fucking time. Let's be fucking funny this time.
What is
all right?
this?
I'm ready to start recording so we can be fucking funny because we're all friends with each other.
All right, man.
What?
Are you ready?
All right,
I'm gonna hit record.
All right.
Are you
man,
doing?
we're ready.
Is this a bit?
Can we start recording?
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Yeah,
start recording. Yeah.
Jesus,
Okay.
fucking
Okay.
Ben.
Three.
the
I'm gonna hit
Hitler.
record. 3,
Two,
2, 1. Okay, listen, you fucking idiots. You fucking sabotaged the last episode, okay? So let's be funny this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had to stay and do our podcast that we care about while you went to the comedy store so you could hang out with a bunch of drunks.
Okay, let's stop the recording.
And pat yourself on the back.
I'm not recording now anymore. Kevin, you have no fucking idea who I am. The people I know, I could fucking end you. I shook Joe Rogan's hand last week, you piece of shit.
His
Holy
his
shit.
little tiny hand. Yeah.
His hand's actually pretty big.
Oh, really? How's his dick?
Yeah, how's his dick taste?
Bitch.
Okay, I'm going to start recording again, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to hear any fucking sass from you. I am the lead of the... Clearly, I listened to the last episode. If I'm not here, you guys stop being comedians for some reason. You're like, oh, sometimes I'm depressed because I'm retarded. Shut the fuck up and be funny. It's your fucking job, okay?
Dr. Drew's a comedian.
For you guys, podcasting is fun. This is fucking work for me.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm at the office right now.
Well, you do punch a clock every time you start podcasting.
We have an old 70s punch card. And
Right. There's a big woo, and then it's like, podcasting break. Then he eats a big sandwich on a beam.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys, but let's be funnier this episode for real.
I agree with that.
I don't have any objections.
This episode, we're only going to talk about PC culture.
It's going to be hilarious.
That's right, folks. The only podcast that talks about the state of comedy, PC culture, and open micers. Get ready. It's going to be very relevant and very entertaining.
Folks, this
All
is
right.
important stuff, is who bombed at the open mic.
Hey, lock the gates. Let's go.
Let's lock the gates, guys.
We're fucking podcasters, bro.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, will unleash, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome.
Shit, if this gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato. Oh God, they're gonna know I'm dumb.
I got a big wet pussy and it's ready to get fucked. I've been figuring myself, getting ready for the boys of Brain Jail to fuck me, y'all.
Jesus.
Let's fucking podcast. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there, Kevin. Oh,
Wait.
oh, fuck me.
What happened to
fuck
woke
me.
Satan?
Fuck me and my
Satan.
fucking boy pussy.
Well,
right
woke
there.
Satan
Oh,
actually
oh, oh.
transitioned last week.
Oh, fuck me in my holes.
So now that woke Satan's a woman, he can actually be really disgusting, and it's
Right.
okay.
Well, woke Satan had 8 dicks because he's Satan, and now he has 8 pussies.
Wow.
I'm fucking 500 pounds now, and I'm gross as shit, and I talk about my pussy all the time.
I mean, as is your right. It's what everyone wants to hear. Well, welcome to Brain Jail.
My
I'm
fucking
Kevin
pussy,
Tinkin.
my pussy fucking
Jesus
smells
Christ.
like shit, dude.
Hey, let's just get the intro out real quick there.
Okay, okay, I'll come back later.
All right, bye, woke Satan with 8 pussies.
Welcome to Brain Jail. I'm Kevin Tinkin. Across from me is Jace Wayne Avery. He's wearing a button-up today. It's getting more professional every week. He has a new haircut.
I look like I had a joke that hurt my feelings that I made.
Wait, what?
It was look at this. I was imagining 2 black kids making fun of me, and I was just like, this motherfucker look like Joe Buck 50
Joe Buck 50?
because I look like Joe Buck, but I'm fatter than Joe Buck. So I'm Joe Buck 50.
Okay.
That makes
okay.
me Ed Buck.
Who's Ed Buck?
Ed Buck is that Hillary
makes you-
campaign donor who was like killing black gay prostitutes in West
Oh,
Hollywood.
that doesn't make you Ed Buck. And Kevin is Uncle Buck.
I'm
making
Uncle
big-ass
Buck.
Oh, I want to
pancakes.
be Uncle Buck.
Well,
which is what they called Ed Buck, actually.
hey, we're peeking a
What?
little bit. The man
Peeking?
in the red sweater is Benjamin Allen Avery. Before we get started, I want to encourage everybody who's listening to the podcast, please rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. That helps us out a ton. We've been getting a couple of emails out there at brainjailpod@gmail.com. We appreciate it. Yeah, we are damaged, and we're gonna here to share it with you. And
I thought you were about to start crying.
I
Your
might.
voice cracked for a second.
We are damaged, and
I
yeah.
actually
so-
have a tattoo that on my hand that says damaged on it. And then
Yeah.
on my other hand, I have a tattoo of a big smiley face, like the Joker from Suicide Squad.
my palm just says "no one to love." I don't even know what that means, but it's I wrote it in like a semicircle,
Right.
and it feels right.
Would you ever do that thing where you let your kid draw on you and then you get a tattoo of the drawing
No,
over the top of it?
No way. They better work on their fucking art skills before I start doing that. I mean, they're decent artists for their age, but I mean, they got to step up.
There's
their
a guy at
game.
my job who did that. He showed us to us. He's like, yeah, my kid drew this thing, and then I had it tattooed on my arm, and then he showed us. I'm like, that looks like absolute shit.
Yeah, your kids are going to be really disappointed in you in the future.
It's like a bird made out of triangles that he just got on his arm.
Really?
forever. It
Tri-
just looks shitty.
a triangle bird.
Triangle bird.
That's actually my superhero name.
Triangle bird.
Triangle bird.
Well, I was gonna say that sounds like the Might Be Giants song.
I always thought about like the X-Men. All the mutations are very functional in the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you could shoot fire, or you can fly, or like you can
Right.
read people's minds. But a natural mutation probably wouldn't be that functional.
Right.
Like one of the X-Men just has an ass growing out of his chest.
And
Just
he
like-
has to shit like standing over the toilet.
yeah, and they're like, he's like, Professor X. I want to be a part of the X-Men. Can I be? I
you
just,
sit down, prison bitch.
Yeah, you can titty fuck him in his
Yeah.
ass. Yeah, that's pretty
You
good.
could titty fuck him and be gay at the same time.
The ultimate dream.
The ultimate prison bitch.
There's another mutant that his power is just attracting bullets to his body. He's like a magnet for bullets.
Magneto can't stop bullets. It just attracts all of them. He dies immediately. He's like
He's just a big magnet.
he's a last chance contingent.
Right.
If
Ben,
you think about it, everyone kind of has a superpower.
And what is that?
Like everyone has a superpower that they could employ at any time. So whether or not it's, reaching out to somebody or loving one another or just being kind. A lot of people think of superpowers as like flying or seeing through walls. To me, it's just looking at someone and saying, "Hey, ma'am, you mean a lot to me."
hi,
what's
my
so
name is
funny?
Ben Avery, and my superhero power is kindness
Yeah.
and gentleness.
Right. My superhero power is being gay as fuck in a conversation.
The real power.
I can ruin any conversation at a moment's notice.
The real power is love. The Beatles taught me that. Have you guys listened to the Beatles before?
I've been meaning to get into the Beatles. I haven't heard a single song. by
John
them.
Lennon once said, "All you need is love,"
Right.
Yeah.
and I really believe that. Like
Right.
that's kind of all we need.
Well, you got into the Beatles because you heard they had a White Album, and you were like, "Oh,
Mm.
jackpot!"
Jackpot.
Right? You're like, "I'm not listening to Metallica and their Black Album, folks.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I actually
What about a
mentioned-
White Album?
Black Flag. How about wood? How about boop flag? More like it.
I always go to like budget meetings, and they'll be like, "This is how much we need for food and whatnot." I'm like, all you need is love, you guys. Put it on the bottom line of the budget.
That's you. You're CEO at a big company. You're like, as you can see, love has more than doubled in the fourth quarter. They're like, Kevin, you are fired.
Hey, man, if that's what you feel is important, I'm happy to fulfill whatever brings you joy, sir.
Yeah, it's really impossible to be like a loving, complete being and like get through life in any such way.
It really is. Tell me about it.
Yeah, because at some point you just need to cut a guy off in traffic and yell "fuck you" at him.
I would never do that.
Okay, so I did want to call Kevin out on some bullshit because I listened to the last episode.
Oh boy!
After I left,
thank God.
It was Kevin does this thing that's so funny where Kevin goes, "You know me, I don't judge anybody, I don't hate anybody at all." And then like 3 times a day, he's like, "God damn it, why are people so fucking stupid? I can't fucking believe it."
I do.
You like go off on someone. I'm like, hey, take it easy. Maybe they're having a bad day. You're like, no, they're fucking retarded. And then like two minutes later,
When
you're like, you know me. All these people are like angry, talking shit about people, but I'm over here and I'm like, hey, like, God, man, everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we all do that because I've literally heard you say, you're like, fuck the left, fuck the right. I just want to be above all that, and then tell somebody that they're a fucking loser.
Yeah, I think out of the 3 of us, I am probably the least accusatory of like, talking shit on people.
No, I've actually never talked shit about anyone except for Kevin on the podcast.
No, I mean, I love watching, SJW cringe videos just as much as the next guy.
The feminist cringe stuff.
Anything cringe is one of my favorite.
You'll be like,
genres.
hey Ben, you gotta watch this video. I'm like, okay, and you send it to me. It's an hour and 48 minutes of just a feminist cringe compilation. You're like, you gotta skip to an hour 22. It gets really. I'm like, dude.
Oh, I'll mark it for you.
How did you?
I'll send you the link that has the market hour 42.
Right. You're making like a mixtape for your friends, but it's just SJW.
Yeah, it's just
videos.
people cringing.
It's a Trump lady screaming, of course.
It's somebody flipping out in a park who's wearing just a rubber band and is pissed off that somebody's filming them. And they're like, this is a public park. They're like, fuck you, you're a fascist. And meanwhile, the rubber band just slowly cutting off their cock that they've got wrapped around their dick and balls with a protest sign.
Well, that's actually the most humane way to become trans is just to put a rubber band around your dick and let it slowly fall off.
They're in Washington State protesting Washington, D.C. Just fucking idiots. But not, you know me. I'm a sweetie pie. I don't.
You're just full of so much anger, and then to hear you say that on the podcast, I want to reach through my car
I
speakers
am not
and be like, "You
filled,
son of a bitch!"
How am I filled with so much anger?
You get a little red pilly sometimes.
How is that anger?
We're like, this fucking I'm quoting you. This fucking Me Too shit is pissing me off.
Hey, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette in here now.
No, don't smoke down here. The smoke.
Why not?
We're not gonna smoke down here.
Oh,
anymore.
only Tim Dillon can smoke down here.
Tim
Kevin
quit
Tinkin?
smoking.
Oh, well, I guess then I'm all right. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on some really fragrant lip gloss, and then you can suck on that, you fucking red shirt piece of shit.
Red shirt. It's a sweater, dumb fuck. I have sleeves,
Hey, why don't you go work out with the college team, huh, you fucking...
What do you put on? Burt's Bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you like that chapstick? Because there's a guy's name on it. You fucking
Yeah.
gay.
Ben
wad.
actually uses a Burt D's.
Yeah, actually, Ben loves it getting down by Bert's knees because he loves blowing dudes that make chapstick. He's a big chapstick conglomerate whore.
I don't know
like,
why
this
you'd
guy
say
makes
that,
natural
'cause I
chapstick
don't
out of
do
beeswax.
that.
I want to suck his cock.
I don't do that, so I don't know why you'd say that. Weird.
It's usually my job to stop you guys from fighting, but I kind of just want to let it run its course.
Well, this is fun. This is a good time. I do really want to smoke some crack in this in this garage right now.
I bet you fucking love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I bet you fucking would, you fucking addict.
Ben smokes ass crack. See, now it's getting bad. Now the insults aren't even making sense.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Ben.
Do you want to have a roast battle right now?
Oh, God, I would hate this.
Jace, you have to be the roast guy. You have to go.
No, I can't.
Jace's job, it's very important. He goes, battle, and then he steps aside.
I have no problem roasting people unless it's in an official capacity.
Okay, I'm going to go first, Jace.
All right.
I don't like this.
I'm gonna go first.
Roast.
This is the first round. Okay. This is the first round. Okay.
Okay,
You have to
first
say
round.
ding ding.
Roasters go off.
I feel like
Ding,
you've
ding.
been preparing for this moment for too long.
Okay, Jason.
This is Ben's 8 Mile moment.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
riding the bus earlier, writing insults on a fucking piece of paper.
All the big dogs are here.
Right. So what? I'm gay. So what? I suck my own dick. So what? I have no penis.
Yeah.
AIDS Mile.
8 Mile. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you got anything good?
Well, the announcer hasn't dinged me in yet.
ding.
You're fucking gay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, do I get to do my retort?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait. Roasters, no. Kevin has a retort.
Hey,
Fucking got your ass, bitch.
so Ben Avery says that I'm gay, but everybody knows that he's the gayest.
God damn it. Okay, end of round one. End of round
All
one.
right,
That was
round
pretty
one.
good.
All right, that was a good roast. That was
Hey,
a good roast. I can't
don't know
wait
if
to
I-
do 85 of these a year.
Yeah, I mean,
Jace, round two.
I
Round
can't wait
two.
to abandon all other things that I do just so I can focus on this.
Jace, can you judge us real quick? Can you judge the roasters before
Yeah.
we move on to round two?
You know, round one, I'm going to say that was pretty close, but I think Kevin, because of his retort, pulled ahead just a little bit.
Damn it.
So Kevin
Hey,
is leading.
I
want to
thank God real quick for this. Just give me the strength, and my wife, for being here with me and just always supporting me.
You're covered in sweat.
Yeah.
Like a pro athlete.
You gay. That's the only roast. No, you gay, man.
You're like toweling yourself off, like you're taking like salt tablets, cramping up and shit, like eating tons of bananas.
Have I told you guys?
Wait, round two.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Round two. Well, then there's only 2 rounds, by the way. I'm saying
Yeah.
that up top. So this is the last and final round,
Yeah.
and there will be no other roast content after this.
Yeah.
Roasters go off. Ding ding.
Kevin, you're fucking gayer than me.
Oh!
Woo! Kevin said I was gayer than him last time. Well, guess what? He's gayer than that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
I immediately
Y'all
start
gonna
crying.
make me all-
All right. That was a good roast, but everybody, let's give Kevin his retort.
No, I can't handle the pressure. So then, yeah. Well, Ben Avery says that I'm gayer than him, but I fucked your mom.
Oh, shit, dog.
Oh shit! If I was gay,
Fuck, bro.
I can't. We got to stop
What the
doing this.
fuck?
It's the parody of it being bad is actually
Okay.
just actually bad.
Judges?
Hey, everybody, it's me, Andy Dick. I'm the roast battle judge this week. Personally, I'm gayer than both of you. I just want to say it up.
I love that your Andy Dick sounds just like Tony Hinchcliffe too.
Hey, it's me, every judge who's ever been on Roast Battle. I'm Andy Dick. I'm Joe Rogan. I want to say that Kevin, because he fucked Ben's mom, I liked fucking wives. I also like getting wives addicted to drugs so they kill their husbands because I'm Andy Dick.
Shit, that's some deep conspiracy theories.
I'm going to have to give the award to Kevin.
Hell yeah.
Damn it.
Sorry, dude. Maybe
Wait,
you
I just thought of one more joke.
I'm sorry the round is over.
But
Hey.
100 other people have done the joke. Can I do it real quick?
Ben, you have to take your sweater off.
Kevin showed up to the roast battle because he thought it was a pot roast because he's a fat guy.
Okay, now Ben won.
Yeah. The key to roast battle is do the exact joke everyone does every single time, and people have brain damage in the audience, so they forget they've already heard
Oh,
it.
people have gotten jobs off of that shit. They'll just go on the roast report and just literally steal
Jobs?
people's jobs to send to for packets and stuff.
Packets?
Yeah.
Packets of what?
Fucking
Sweet and low?
All right. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, like writing packets and stuff.
Oh, writing packets.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy was on a panel or whatever you call it to decide who was going to get hired for roast battle. And so they looked at one of the packets and there was like 3 jokes from other comics in there that had been they were literally on the roast report.
Well, that's the other thing I don't understand about roast battles. You just say jokes that other people write for you a lot of the time. So it's like, what's the? I don't know. I just don't. I don't like.
That's a
roasts.
lot of people stand up too.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, etc.
Yeah, I don't like jokey jokes. Like,
Oh,
I,
You know
Fuck.
Chris Rock, etc.
Fuck yeah, dude. Ben's
My
taking his
favorite
sweater
comic.
off. Finally, dude. I honestly couldn't concentrate with your shirt on.
Now your nipples are just out and your shirt is over the mic. There's a guy watching this in prison right now who's so glad you're doing that.
Yeah, it's Jared Fogle.
I love the free 360 VR.
Yeah, we actually figured out Jared Fogel's a big fan of the pod.
He loves the pod?
Yeah, he loves
He's a
brain
big
shit.
Twitch streamer.
He loves the honesty.
Is he in prison for life?
Yeah, he's in prison for life.
And what is he getting
For-
in prison?
He's getting a Jace. He's getting a different kind of footlong this time. This time around, folks, he's getting a footlong, but it's a different kind of footlong.
We really
that's
need
not
a-
that's not 9-grain honey oat, sweetie.
That ain't Monterey cheddar.
That's 9-inch honey dick. All right.
We really need a rim shot on this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
show.
This has been nothing but the bad comedy on purpose.
He's getting
podcast.
a footlong and a bag of chips, if you know what I'm saying.
and a beverage.
And a Diet Dr. Pepper as well.
You do know there's a picture of Jared Fogle wearing a Penn State sweater.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was telling me that's I mean that's just
When I figured that
that's
out,
like the Bernstein Bears shit where you go, you know that it's the Beerenstein Bears or whatever, and they're like, what? No way, man! I looked at it, and then you look at it, and it's actually just like the Stein
Epstein Bears.
The Epstein Bears. Did you know? Did you know that that's true?
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if he's listening to this somewhere.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. Shout out to him because he's alive still.
Wait,
and not
hold on.
dead.
Let's check with Satan real quick.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein ain't down here. Pretty sure that fucker's still, and I think he might be in Cuba or the Cayman Islands. I have
Or
no
he
idea.
could be in heaven.
I mean, dude. How do you think I got here?
How?
How did you get here?
Okay, well, it's a long story, but okay.
Yeah, just go into it.
Yeah, just let us
Yeah,
know.
we're interested. How did you
curious.
become the king of hell?
Yeah, how? Satan?
It's actually, well, I've actually told this story on a lot of podcasts already.
Well, you were on Marin a week ago.
Yeah, I already told this.
You're
on
the
there.
guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the pedophile king.
Who are you guys? Who do you torture in hell?
That old demon, man.
My guys that I like to torture, Hitler's pretty boring at this point.
He's kind of hack.
Yeah. Well, I like torturing people by playing with their dick and ripping it off and reattaching it and then ripping it off and then reattaching it and then ripping it off and
How-
reattaching
That's
it.
that old school stuff, man. That's that Boston stuff.
I know. It doesn't really hurt Hitler that much though, because his dick is so small.
Hey,
You can't even feel it.
Marin and Hillary had a falling out back in the day.
Yeah.
So we good? We
no,
good?
most of the torture,
devil?
most of the torture in hell is actually just gay chicken. That's what a lot of it is. Which is
Gay chicken.
Yeah. Just
Well, if you're a gay guy and you go to hell, it's straight chicken. Is the
oh,
torture.
there's like a beautiful woman who's
Right.
like slowly creeping up your leg. Like, don't.
A beautiful.
Stop.
You mean any woman?
Yes, I apologize. Yes,
Yeah,
I
because all
apologize.
women
I was
are-
All
so
women-
confused for a second.
Because all women are beautiful.
All women are perfect.
Especially Roxanne Gay, and her knees are very beautiful.
Who's Roxanne Gay?
She wrote the book Bad Feminist, and she's a good writer, but her knees look. She has 18 knee caps.
Is she a big
She's
old
a
broad?
big girl. I literally sent Ben a picture just to make fun of it. Was her legs look like a fucking elephant's? It's insane.
Pull your fucking leg skin up, mate.
So I was on a date with a girl, and she mentioned, she's like, yeah, I'm kind of a bad feminist, and it took everything in my willpower not to show her that picture of Roxanne Gay's fucked up knees.
Yeah.
Man, she's a big pig.
Well, I mean, not by the the look of her knees, but by the content of her character.
It's so funny that a lot of these fat activists die young.
Oh, yeah. Their heart just explodes.
I mean, their heart explodes, and it's like, what the fuck? I actually found this article that someone who was like a fat activist that was in that whole culture, who was like a model for that
And
culture.
you mean an activist for fat people, not just a fat person who does activism.
Right.
Right.
Not like a fat Black Lives Matter person.
Right.
like a fat activist.
Right.
Activist for fat people.
Who's
Right.
also themselves fat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is you never see hot fat activists. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of repetitive.
Well, you
They're all
haven't,
hot
you haven't seen
to
me
me.
start my activism. I'm gonna go out for my men's rights stuff. I'm gonna start wearing just crop tops
Right.
and hot shorts.
A tube top that says Juice Pig on it.
Juice pig.
Juice Pig.
Yeah, I'm gonna start wearing roller skates and just go
I
around.
think that's a good look for you. So anyway, Ben, about these fat activists.
Yeah.
What
Sorry,
about them?
please.
Just this model for this group started losing a bunch of weight, and she started getting fucking death threats from people saying they were going to like kill her
Really?
for losing weight.
Just because she was getting hot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sick fucking... Oh, thanks for turning that light on, Kevin. Kevin was talking about men's rights. What about Ben's rights? Folks, let's get into it.
You're a BRA, a Ben's rights activist.
Yep. I'm I march for solipsism.
Right. You're in a march like in Washington D.C., but you're like separately just has your own sign that says "Let Ben say the word." It's a big sign. People are like, "Who's Ben?" You're like, "I'm Ben."
That's
I'm
me.
Ben.
I'm fighting for all Bens of one race, black, not white.
Ben Carson's? He's not included?
Yeah, it's you and Ben. Ben Carson joins in because he's so retarded.
Hey, he's a doctor, bro.
Yeah, it is funny that he's so retarded and he's a brain surgeon.
It's almost as if he's not retarded.
Yeah, but like if you hear him speak, he is retarded.
Oh.
Yeah, I like politicians.
Well, I'm glad.
There was one.
That we cleared
there
that
was
up.
one video I saw where somebody came up where he's like, Ben Carson, will you say that Hitler is bad? And he just looks at him and he's like, he doesn't know what to do, and he goes, I'd have to do more research before I made a comment. And it's like, just say yes. It's Hitler.
He said Hitler is bad?
Yeah, he goes, do you think Hitler's bad? Like just some guy as a joke ran up to him with a flip phone.
That is pretty funny.
And he's like, he's so like, I don't want to say anything that I haven't been prepped to answer. So he's like, I'd have to do more research before I make a comment.
That has to be a bit he was doing, right?
It has to
That
be.
is a hilarious bit.
It's a good bit.
Yeah, but if you're a politician, you're not supposed to make bits. You're not supposed to be funny ever unless you're
Well, tell
you
that
want
to
to win
Donald.
the presidency.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah. Donald Trump, I mean, if he wasn't funny, I don't think he'd be the president right now. But
Yeah,
he's
he is
He's a real,
killing it.
you know what he is? He's a real card.
Yeah, he's not playing with a full deck though.
He's a regular laugh riot. By the way, I did.
He's a fucking clown and a half, isn't he? I don't think we've talked about him on the show. Has any podcast ever talked about Donald Trump before?
No, we're the first podcast to talk about Donald Trump.
Hey, so
I haven't thought about him in a minute.
so Ben, what are you up to? What you been up to?
Me?
Yeah, what's new?
I'm just trying to, I just want to believe in myself. I'm not a big dumb retard like everyone thinks I am. I'm actually a genius who's also hot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have all the best opinions, and I'm very talented.
Right, because usually a lot of people think that about themselves, but with you, it's true, and you should definitely dig into all of those.
Well, I've always believed in myself, but everyone I meet goes, "Wow, you're kind of fucking retarded." And just over time, I started to believe that I'm dumb.
Well, you certainly wear the uniform
What's that?
of a big dumb retard.
Why are you saying the R word on the podcast?
You're right. I apologize. You definitely are wearing the outfit.
Don't
of-
apologize to me. I'm not retarded.
Well,
Apologize to the retarded listeners.
I'm sorry out there, guys.
we do have a big retarded listener base.
I apologize. Mentally handicapped. What were we saying? Down syndrome voice?
It's intellectually and developmentally disabled. Someone living with IDD is the correct term. A
Yeah.
lot of people try to say like mentally handicapped or someone living with like a mental disability.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Both of those terms are so offensive to me that when someone fucking utters them, I begin to grow purple. I get purple in the face,
Yeah.
and I want to roundhouse kick them
Right.
out of their...
I think the proper term is just people who get jerked off by their dad.
Yeah. Ben, you are pretty
People that
conversationally
fuck their dad.
challenged.
People that fuck their dad. Like that guy we talked about on the very first episode who was getting jerked off by his
Yeah.
dad. Yeah.
It's a great dad.
Yeah. Dad wrote that article, by the way. I just found out. Did you know that?
Huh. That explains a lot of thoughts I have about myself.
Interesting. Yeah. I
I
wonder
did-
which son he was talking about.
Probably Ellen.
Or, I don't know if we were talking about it last week, but I've definitely talked about the fact that you would love to go into.
VR and beat up my dad. We did talk about that.
Well, I
last
was
week.
gonna say that it would be nice to be able to like you do some. Jesus, Jace, you're fucking killing me.
I love
Jesus
dip.
Christ, you're like a cat.
I love dip.
You're like a cat, but you spit up dip.
I have a big hairball, but it's just a big wadded dip that
A big league chew.
and I just lay on the carpet and then walk away.
Or I mean,
I-
Red Man.
There will be
Sorry.
times when I'll be listening back to the podcast and I'm like, man, it really does sound good, and I just hear the little.
I think that's just your dick that you're moving around.
It's all wet. It's all
It's
lubed up.
your wet dick. Kevin has medically wet dick. It's a problem.
Well, a lot of people don't have sweat glands on their penis, and I feel bad for those guys. You know what I mean? They usually
Yeah, you actually have a disease where all your sweat glands are on the tip of your penis.
Here's a real.
It affects up to 4 people in the world.
Yeah, I put deodorant on the tip of my penis, but it
You pull your dick out, you're just rolling a tube
yeah,
of Old Spice.
but it stains my underwear green, which is a problem.
Like the mask. Do you put it on your face after?
Wait, what?
Because your underwear turns green.
Oh yes, I do. Yes, then I put because it's green.
You call your dick Cuban Pete.
Castro. Yeah, no, you know what? Not a lot of people mention this, but ejaculate is a lubricant, right?
I mean, I think if you're looking at it in a medical type way, yeah.
But
Because I'm always going raw, so yes.
you can't keep going after you've already, shot your lube out.
You can sometimes.
Why don't you lube it up before?
we come before you have sex?
Yes. And then
Just buy lube. It's like $1.
Okay.
I go down to the Costco and I buy lube in a bulk quantity.
Look,
just a big tub of it.
I work in development for Procter and Gamble.
Yeah.
All right. It's called the pre-cum pill.
Right.
And I just you're always coming. So you're always ready to
You
go.
make No More Tears lube. For babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Baby's first lubricant.
Okay.
I like how they're like, No More Tears lube. You can spray this, or No More Tears soap. They're like, you can spray the soap directly into your baby's fucking eyes and it'll be fine. Like I'm just holding my young newborn's kid open and just squeezing it directly into his eye socket.
It's like this advertisement's obviously it's pretty aggressive towards the children.
Yeah, I'm like, actually, he has a lot of tears.
Hey, great take, Jace. Next up, could you stop not say fucking
Fucking?
when we're doing the Johnson & Johnson commercial?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You could spray this fucking lube right into your bitch ass baby's fucking eyeballs. It's like, great take. I love the passion. If we could not say fuck so much. Remember, this is for babies.
Right, and we got to get through this so we can do the baby Blue Chew ad after this. Blue Chew for babies.
Baby's got a bone, too.
Yep.
Baby's
That was
first
Epstein's-
erectile dysfunction.
Epstein's attorney had that defense.
Yeah,
ready.
baby's got a bone.
Yeah. Your Honor.
Dude, I woke up and
Well, his defense was daddy want wingy. That was his whole defense.
Second defense was just fat guy in a little coat. It was Epstein's favorite movie.
Yeah, counselor, I will remind you to not just quote Tommy Boy as your defense of Mr. Epstein.
Counselor, could you please stop reciting street jokes as part of your defense? Now, I understand eating ain't cheating is not part of the records.
Your Honor, I would just like to ask you, what's your favorite member of the Little Rascals? Is it Spanky? Counselor, you're on your last strike, and it is alfalfa.
Overruled. I'll let it slide this one time. But you need to get it. Wrap it up, counselor, please.
It is good that his heart just exploded, like in
And then-
1997.
And then, oh, sorry. I was still doing the bit.
Please,
oh, no,
keep
please go,
going.
keep going.
Oh, okay. Then Epstein's attorney is like, now listen, either I can go around you or I can go through you. I would also ask the defense to stop quoting Big Mama's house as well. That is also not acceptable. It makes no sense.
Counsel,
It's-
we will accept Moesha quotes. I do love Moesha.
And let me check my notes here. We will also accept Norbit.
You know, I just love that Bon Qui Qui. I'm just a big fan of Bon Qui Qui. She tells it like it is. You remember when America loved Bon Qui Qui from Mad TV?
I do.
What was her whole bit again? She was just like, I'm Bon Qui Qui.
It was just like, hey, here's a Mexican woman character.
I
and
thought she
that's
was
the whole-
Chinese.
No, you're thinking of Miss Swan.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Swan was like, okay, thank you. And then that was the whole
It's
character.
not funny.
She would go, thank you. Would she say, thank you, come again? What would she say?
She would just be like, okay, thank you much. And then they'd be like, okay, that'll be $8. He's like, no. No, it's $8. No. And then that was,
Yeah, you pay more.
Mad TV. They should call it crazy TV.
They should
That's
call it-
fucking crazy.
Yeah, they should call it crime TV.
yeah, bad TV.
Yeah, it's. I can't believe it.
Nice, Jace. Nice one.
Thanks, dude. I should do roast battle.
Dude, I saw
Mad
this.
TV, more like bad TV.
I saw this comic the other day doing an impression of a woman who paints her nails. It's fucked up. Angela Johnson, you ever seen this?
Angela Johnson?
Yeah.
She's the Bon Qui lady.
Oh, she was the Bon Qui lady?
Yeah.
Angela Johnson's not fat, though. I thought the Bon Qui lady was fat.
You're thinking Miss Swan once again.
damn
That's
it.
Alex Bornstein.
God damn
Who is
it.
now on the Marvelous
Wait,
Miss
that was a
Maisel.
guy?
You know, that was a woman. Alex Bornstein is her name. How are
Alex.
you this confused?
Alex.
Yeah, Alex.
Alex is not a girl's name.
It's a gender neutral name.
It's like you just learned
No, it is
English.
not. No, it is not. Alec is a boy's name, and so is Alex.
What about Alexandria?
Girl's name.
So if you shorten it to
Alexander is a boy's name.
What? I think it'd be really good if Ben thinks everybody is Miss Swan.
Oh, you just walk. You're in Chinatown. You walk up to him and you're like, "I loved Mad TV," and she's like, "No, what? Cat? No."
No, you know, there's Miss Swan. Yeah, for people that don't like Asian voice, they sure do it a lot.
Who?
Asian people.
Asian people. For people
That's
that
a-
think it's so offensive,
Asian
they
peop-
sure do it a hell of a lot.
Asian people don't actually speak like that. They're just all doing a bit.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of that kid? He transferred. He made this long video. This must have been like 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
He transferred high schools like halfway through senior year, and he pretended to just be like incredibly Asian.
I did see that. Yes.
Fuck, that was so good.
It was an Asian American kid. He was just like, "Hey, my name is Brian Park. How's it going?" Like that's how he talked.
Yeah.
He transferred schools his senior year, and this fucking psychopath went around the entire school year. He filmed himself walking around his school, going like, "Hello, it is me, Brian. Good to meet you." And then everybody would be like, "Brian, what's up, man?" Like,
What's up, Brian Dog?
He became like the mascot of the school, just like bowing and like wearing a
Yeah.
rice hat all the time. And then the final day of school, like you're supposed to give a speech, and they picked him to speak because he's like the Asian kid. They all laughed, and he goes, I actually talk like this. My name is Brian Park. I played a bit on all of you to teach you about racism." And and people are like, "What? That's just you just lied to us."
I'm teaching you
How
about
is that
racism.
teaching us anything?
Yeah, I pretended to be a retarded guy on the bus for an entire year of 8th grade to teach people about tolerance.
You
I actually
ruined your entire life doing that.
no bullshit, guys. I think I feel like I've told you this before, but I did. I was a very goofy kid, and I rode the bus for 1 year when I went to Lawless.
Wow, poor.
I know.
You went to a school called Lawless?
Yeah, because I was a badass. Yeah, because my ears were so big that I would accidentally steal things off of the shelf using my ears.
You just
as a
sneak
child.
Snickers bar
Yeah, I would
off
just
the aisle.
it would just all the things on the top shelf would just fall off as I would walk past, and just fall into my huge pockets because I loved hip hop.
Could you do like a Buzz Lightyear thing with your ears? They would just pop out
Yeah.
to infinity and beyond.
But I was on the bus one day and I was acting like an idiot, like a goofball.
Well, you were acting a fool.
I was acting the fool. I really was. And this girl thought that I was retarded, like special needs. She thought that I was mentally handicapped. This is hilarious, but this really happened.
Were you doing mentally handicapped voice?
I think I was probably, but I was also just like doing weird voices and stuff. I was a very goofy kid.
Right.
This is before I had any self-consciousness. So just imagine.
Before it got beat into you?
Yeah, before the church taught me that, like, I know doing impressions makes you go to hell. No, this is a real story, and somebody told me she thinks that you're actually mentally handicapped because back then we were very woke. And I would never say the R word. And so I didn't believe him, and then I went on the bus like a week later, and I was having a bad day, so I was myself, which is that's the Lipna test for being yourself. Just have a shitty day. And like, this is who you really are. And then she came up to me, and she goes, "Where's your brother?" And I go, "He's at home. I mean, I'm sure," because my brother's like 16 years older than me. And she goes, No, your twin brother. And I'm going, What are you talking about? And I put it 2 and 2 together very quickly in my head and realized that
Because you're not retarded.
because I'm not retarded. And I thought this is an opportunity for humor. And so I told her that, Tyler, I see. No, he rides with mom when I ride the bus so that we can have our own special time with mom. And then the next time I rode the bus, I was Tyler. And so I went on the bus, and I just like told this long story about how I got hit by a Chevy truck. And I just remember going, Chev, I hit by the truck. I said, Chev. And I transferred schools after that because I heard that the girls at Fresno Christian had developed into young women, and I realized I needed to go praise the Lord at that school.
You were like an NFL scout for pussy.
No, dude, real talk. My buddy James Bush stays the night at my house, and he goes, man, you got to see Ashley, bro. Oh, boy.
Dude, that was always a thing in high school. They're like, dude, the school next over has the hottest fucking chicks. They all have D-cups, dude.
Well, I was going to Christian school, and then I transferred to a regular school, and then my buddy told me that at the Christian school that all the girls had gotten hot over the summer. And so I told my parents, I got to go back. I got to go back. So I went back for like 2 months because it wasn't as true as I thought. And so then I got to go back because I said that I had a dream that I was preaching on the table at Tenaya Middle School.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then they let me go back. And the natties at Tenaya, let me tell you. No, if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't lied about that dream that I was proselytizing to the heathens at Tenaya Middle School, I wouldn't have met some of my most influential people in my life, which, I mean, I would just been surrounded by a bunch of white people.
You wouldn't have met Jesus or God or anybody.
Yeah, Jesus or
Prophet Muhammad.
You were like Colton Burpo. You like lied about having a vision of like heaven, essentially.
Yeah, I really did.
How did you feel about lying? Or did you feel bad about it?
I convinced myself that it was true because I did have a dream. I really did. There's been 2 lies that I've told throughout my life, and that was one of them that I was actually convinced was true.
You've only lied twice? Oh, where you thought they were true?
Well, I told like an active lie. The other active lie that I used to tell is that I fell from the top story of a treehouse, and that there was a nail like inches away from my jugular. The reality was I fell from like the 3rd rung of a ladder at the bottom of the treehouse. But it just was a better story if I fell from the top of a 4-story treehouse. Yeah. And then there was a board with a nail, but it was like, in the other county over. And I was like, it was if I was just 2 counties over.
Yeah. It's funny how you're a little sociopath as a kid. Like Ben lost his finger, and I used to tell Ben that like he got his whole like hand cut off and they reattached it.
Yeah.
You just exaggerate stuff at all. You don't remember cutting your finger off?
No, I don't rember you telling me shit like that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't tell it to you. I would tell it to other people when you weren't around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you would have known it was a lie.
Oh.
I need to confess something that a lot of people have asked me, like, what it's like to be your friend. And I go, well, you've met Ben. They're like, no. Like, what's it really like? And I go, honestly, it's one of those things, and don't tell anybody about this, but when Ben was born, he had a man-sized penis and testicles and a vagina. And his parents had to make a decision. And that kind of has influenced you and why you call people gay so much, just because you had your pussy sewn up as a baby. And it's a real pain.
When the wind blows, you can still hear it.
I love to think that would work. They're like, well, we'll just sew one of them up. Just pick one.
That's what they do.
Just flip a coin.
That's what they do.
They don't just sew the pussy up.
Yes, they do. They go down to Vaughn's
like with
and they get a sewing kit. And they just
they don't
sew
get like
it
an
up.
elderly woman to sit down with her sewing machine.
They give the kid a bunch of moonshine like it's 1890.
There's 2 ways they do it. One is with a sewing kit they buy at Vaughn's. The other one is with just a hot iron, and they just sear it shut. Like in what's that? That
like you're making an empanada?
No. That old movie about Scotland where they
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yeah. Remember when he has a wound on his shoulder, and they have to like seal it up.
Yeah, John Wick 3 would have been a better reference.
Right. I haven't seen Braveheart because he's anti-Jewish.
John Dick P.
Braveheart. What's that about a 500-pound woman?
They may take our arteries, but they'll never take our right to die at 40.
And the horse's legs just snap beneath her.
They're all on rascal scooters going across the field.
Just rascal
She's on a rascal scooter giving a speech. She's got a big bag of Cheetos.
All the offensive has to do is be on the top of a hill, and the scooters just slow down as they get about halfway through.
At the end, to torture her to death, they like take her guts out, but it takes them like 85 minutes because she's so there's so much guts.
I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I just realized like fat activism is kind of appropriating Italian culture because the fatter the person is in the Italian family, the more respect
More
the family
respected
has
they
for
are.
them. I'm
Yeah.
serious. It's actually how it works. And it works the same. It's like, who among us is the fattest? And then they just put the crown.
Right. You
They're
gotta
all-
go talk to Don Vito. He has the biggest pair of sweatpants in North America.
Woo! God, I love fucking ganging up on fat people. It fucking rules.
Well,
Oh, it feels so good because I'm skinny. Oh, I love being fucking skinny.
so hot, Ben.
Making fun of fat people.
So to wrap up that story about
Right.
pretending to have Down syndrome. So after I graduated, me and my buddies, we would, you'd come back home and they'd be on vacation from school, and I was still in Fresno.
Right.
But we would go back to the campuses and they would smoke weed and I'd smoke a cigar or whatever. And I remember one time we were walking around the campus and the girl that thought that I was a twin was there with her like best friend, and they were doing the same thing we were. This was like 2 years after graduation.
They were
Right.
smoking a cigar.
Yeah, they were smoking a cigar. No, they were walking through the campus, just like
I
reminiscing.
get trying to hang out with the fellas, but Jesus Christ,
Right.
she was chiefing cigars.
Yeah, she was chief, and honestly,
She was
it
dressed like Jack Nicholson too. Big Hawaiian shirt, sunglasses.
Great to see you guys again.
Are you still retarded?
No, she legitimately asked me about Tyler. She
Really?
goes, how's Tyler doing?
What
And
did you say?
I felt horrible, and I didn't want to even bring it up. I didn't want my friends to know that I had done it. So I told her that it was hard for me to talk about, and then I told her that he died.
Jesus Christ.
And she
Kevin.
said, she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, honestly, it's fine. It happened a long time ago. We're
Anyway, what are you doing later tonight?
yeah.
Wait, did you end up, Kevin? Can I ask you a serious
Please.
question?
Yes.
You fucked that shit?
No, I don't.
You
I,
didn't fuck?
I never fucked.
Was that your wife?
You've never fucked?
I've never had sex before.
You've never had sex before?
Yeah, Kevin's
No.
a Volcel. He's really excited about the Joker premiere next week
Why
Look,
is
if
that?
I had,
because
if I
he's a Volcel.
So he can
Yeah,
bring a gun.
little toot toot toot.
no,
We'll shoot him up.
look if I, and I can tell this is why. This is probably why you guys aren't as funny on the podcast as I am. Is all your humor comes out in your ejaculate, and you need to save up that energy for the pod.
Right, is that where you're shaking all the time? 'Cause
Yeah.
you just never ejaculate.
Once I get done with the pod, I just blow my load. I just find a back alley somewhere to do it in shame, as it should be
You're
done.
so horny that you don't even jerk off. You just take your dick out and it all just falls out.
I pretty much just I rethink about that scene from any movie with a woman in it, and I immediately just shoot my load into the recycling bin because I'm a good guy.
You can't even close the bin. It's so full of cum.
I mean, where am I supposed to do it? I don't know what to.
Not
tell.
in the ocean like all those other guys.
Man, I tell you, I'm feeling real cool right now.
Got a big cum island in the middle of the Pacific.
Is this cool, by the way? Me talking about cum and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's badass. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah?
cum is actually
I will
badass.
say I can't relate to a story about someone thinking you're retarded.
You can't.
Me
get,
personally,
Yeah.
can't relate to pretending to have Down syndrome and then people thinking I'm retarded.
yeah, but you've been acting like you've been pretending you have autism for what? How old are you?
I can't relate to anything you're talking about right now. How old am I?
Yeah.
A woman never tells.
Rude.
I'm a woman now.
Congratulations.
Yep.
How does it feel to be right?
Oh, it feels good. I have my own movement now, which is cool. Let's see.
How does it feel to be perfect?
It's honestly, it fucking rocks. I love being perfect.
Oh, now we
and-
know why Kevin was getting nagged by Ben at the start of the podcast.
Ah.
Because
Because
Ben's
we're married.
Ben's you guys are married.
Yep, I married Kevin.
I'd marry you, Ben.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
No, real talk. I'd marry
think
you.
about it.
I'd fuck Jace on the side, but I'd marry your
Yeah,
ass.
I'm more of a side chick. Yeah.
Would you propose to me if I was a girl and I was cute?
Yeah.
And I'd be steaming. I'm like, I'm so happy for you guys.
Okay.
I shoot Kevin a dirty look. You fucking bastard.
Would you
You
still?
know what it was, Jace. It was just physical. I told you from the beginning. How can I say no to
Did it feel physical?
Look, you're an emotion queen. I mean, you just really you get attached emotionally. I told you from the very beginning that I couldn't say no to a hog like that.
Hey, Kevin,
Yeah. Hey, what's up, woke Satan?
would you propose to me too? Now that I have a big pussy,
8 big pussies.
I have 8 big pussies.
Don't sell yourself short, woke.
Yeah.
Is that like the apocalypse, like in Revelation when they
The 100-headed lamb,
the 8 pussy?
the 8-pussy devil, yeah. And you will know he is the Antichrist.
So would you fuck me, Kevin?
I don't think I would. I don't.
You fucking transphobic piece of shit.
Well, you are the Lord of Darkness and all. I mean, that just it's kind of a turnoff.
Are
Wait. Did you say dark? What the fuck? You fucking Nazi piece of shit.
Well, no. That's but people have called you the Lord of Darkness for a long time. That's actually right.
Yeah, they have. And that's going to change now.
The Queen of Darkness.
Yeah, I'm the... Wait, hold on. Let me turn this off.
Jason, now I'm thinking of a Tyler Perry where like Medea goes to hell. And she's like, "Oh, it's the Lord of Darkness."
Oh, Lord.
Aunt Medea now.
Oh, Lord. And then he just chops her head off with a scythe. Oh, Lord, my head done chopped off. My darn head done chopped off. I'm in the hell with the Lord of Darkness.
Every vowel is the letter U.
Yes, the letter U are.
Lord of Darkness.
Lord of Darkness.
Aunt Medea goes to hell. That would fucking rock.
Where's Turtle Prairie?
Turler Perler.
Turler purr.
Just Medea gets a head wound. She's bleeding out of her eyes. Oh, Lord.
Medea goes to the ICU.
Right. They should do a Medea and Ernest crossover movie. I know Jim Varney's dead, but you could get some of that like
Know
face
what I'm
technology.
turking about, Vern?
Oh, Vern.
Oh, Vern. Oh, Lord, Vern.
Ernest becomes a black Israelite. That could be one of the movies.
Hey, Lord, you know Shakespeare was black, right, Vern?
Oh, Lord.
Ernest gets woke.
Oh, my gosh. Man.
Oh,
Because you're a
man.
cisgender piece of shit, right, Vern?
That's right.
I did love those movies as a kid.
I love them, too. They're still
loved
good.
Jim Varney.
There are compilations of Jim Varney on
Isn't it Varney?
Varney.
well, not when you're Medea. Jim Varney, there's compilations of Jim Varney, like his commercials. He got discovered because he did like these independent commercials that
Yeah.
became incredibly famous.
In like Tennessee. It was
Yeah.
just a local ad agency was shooting like used car commercials.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to go for.
And they just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I was watching an old CBS Sunday Morning on him. He would film literally like 20 dealerships around the country would just like send him mail and be like, "Hey, we'll pay you $500. We just want a commercial." He would bang them out like 20 at a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Just shoot him at his house in Tennessee. And that's how he became famous. He was like a Shakespearean trained actor too.
Yeah.
It was like never his goal to do that.
Yeah. The
Or like Shakespeare.
all right.
All right.
That hurts my feelings.
William Shakespeare.
All right.
Well, some people did say he might have been gay.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, he wrote about gay people a lot.
He
He
wrote
wrote
po-
about
He wrote
cross-dressing.
fucking poems, Ben. Of course he's gay.
What the fuck? I sucked his dick.
He's a writer.
You telling me he's gay? I fucking blew him 400 years ago.
I did that bit with you the other day where there's a guy we went to college with I didn't know was gay. And
Oh, yeah.
I figured out on Instagram. I won't say the guy's name. I'll just say Matt Rife as a stand-in. I go, "Wait, Matt Rife's gay?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I sucked his fucking dick." He told me he was straight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you guys got to stop having sex. It's really, it's
Yeah, I really haven't been having that much sex.
Gay.
Have you had a new date this week?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
A one-woman man, huh? Are you still in contact with that girl?
We still talk, but we're not going on dates any longer. I ended it.
You ended it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, just sometimes you go on a date with somebody and they're very nice and you like them and they're attractive, but there's just no spark, So
But you were writing a book about your relationship the last time I talked to you about.
yeah, that's me every day, dog. I'm
So
an
it-
emotional idiot.
What was wrong with this one?
There's nothing wrong. It's just sometimes you don't feel fucking.
Jace?
Kevin, she had F tits, no ass. One of those Midwestern housewife types.
I told you that in
mean,
confidence, you
Yeah.
fuck.
F tits and no ass.
Yeah, she had F tits and an A ass.
Yeah.
Her tits got an A
Great.
because they were Fs. Yeah.
Well, that bums me out, man. I was really hoping we could go on some double dates and stuff.
Right.
You know?
Did
You and Ben and me and her
Yeah.
Did you
do the dirty deed.
ass fuck her?
All right.
Sorry, you know I always gotta ask. You know I gotta ask.
You know my man got to go off.
I'm sorry, bro,
You're
but
just like
we're brothers. It's like that.
you see a hot woman in public and you just like your elbow and you're like, hey, would you fuck her in the ass?
just very
Dude,
loud.
Loudly in an elevator, she can hear. Everybody can hear.
Dude, my
Did
buddy.
you fuck that chick in the ass?
She's right in front of me. She's right.
Yeah, you yell so loud, she's like, Jesus. Like it hurts her ears.
Dude, there was this guy I used to work with forever ago in the early aughts.
Right.
That he was had a bunch of confirmed killings. He was a military man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he had this.
That's badass.
Was it the American Sniper guy?
Yeah, it was.
Bradley.
It was Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. No, he would.
Chris.
get in- to
Chris.
get-
What's his name? Chris
Dorner.
Chris. No. What is that guy's name? Chris
What is it?
Kyle.
Chris Kyle.
Chris
yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah, most
Ironically enough, no bit. His first name was Chris.
Really?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Chris Kyle.
I remember he
Dude, it
told
was Chris Kyle.
Well, you know, Kevin, back when I was in Iraq, Clint Eastwood would shoot me blowing Asadi's head off, and I got some PTSD.
he would like if you're in trouble and you don't have a weapon, you only have your knife.
Mm-hmm.
You can bury yourself in the sand, and if you stab somebody in the taint, they can't scream. That's what I remember him telling
Really?
me that once. Yeah.
That's such a weird
And-
knowledge to have.
Well, he's a Marine.
Also, how would you bury yourself in the sand and still see somebody's taint to stab it?
Bulbs, like various eyewear.
In my head, this guy never was in combat.
No,
at
he
all.
was. He was scary. But I remember he would.
Was he like a PTSD guy?
We never got that deep. I mean, I was only like 21 when we met or whatever. But he, I remember he'd get off the phone and he'd be like, "Fuck." Like, dude, fucking Crystal's being such a bitch. But- and I'm like, what's going on? His wife, he would be so upset. And then he's just like, no, we just got in a fucking fight like 2 days ago. And like, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, man, she knows I want to put it in the ass. She knows I want. Honestly, it's the only thing I want is the fuck. And like, she'll like, I'll be in the living room minding my business, dude, and I haven't even thinking about it. And I'll go in the shower, and she'll have her ass all like lubed up with like suds and stuff, and be like, "Oh, look, Chris, it's all clean for you, ready to go." And he's like, "Dude, honestly, I got my hopes up." And then she's like, "No," and it's fucking. She's a bitch, man. And I was just like, "Well, fucking in the ass ain't everything." He's like, "Easy for you to say." And I'm like, no, I mean, I've never done that. He's like, yeah, right. Like he just thought everybody was fucking the ass
Yeah.
except for him.
Dude, I fucking love old people who used to be in the military and are so fucked up from it. I mean, it's brutal and horrific, but being around them is so weird and frightening.
There's a level of honesty that you don't get from someone who hasn't murdered multiple people. You know what I mean? Like
And they're also crazy intense about everything. Like you're
Yeah.
worried they're just going to snap off the handle at any moment.
yeah,
They're drinking like 8 Red Bulls a day. Just listen to like Megadeth.
it sounds like a specific guy, but
Yeah, I'm probably thinking of a specific guy.
it's usually booze and Neil Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Yeah, Marines love Neil Diamond. Forever in blue jeans. Pop, 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 pop.
Forever in
jeans,
blue jeans, babe.
Pop, 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 pop.
But it sucks.
I just thought that was so funny because the
You're
guy
the
had
guy.
literally been shot at. He'd killed people, and the bane of his existence was his wife not letting him put his penis in her butt.
Just as long as you're here with me, I'd much rather be fucking you in the ass, babe.
Yeah, you're the guy who they all get to like.
Welcome to my asshole.
You're the guy they all get to pick one song when they ride into combat, and when it's your turn, you just put it in. You're like, over the loudspeaker, a tank rolling into like an Iraqi village, like Ebony and Ivory live together. Hello, everybody.
Everyone's like, I think Frank's gay. I think
He
he's a
keeps-
gay guy.
He keeps requesting "Don't Speak" by No Doubt every time we go into combat. I don't get it.
Right. He keeps trying to play the Mambo song from West Side Story.
He's playing Mambo number 5.
A little bit of Monica. Imagine getting capped to that song.
He's got a huge, what do they call it? 80 cal or what? What is the
Yeah, like an elephant gun or something. Just
Yeah.
blowing people's
50
heads
cal,
off.
the 50 caliber? Yeah.
Hey, Jace, would it be funny if I started stealing valor, but I say I'm a World War II veteran?
Yes, that would be very funny.
I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I was on the beach.
Now you have an accent.
Bro, I was like on the beach, bro.
Yeah.
Like Normandy, like nothing was normal about it. Like all my homies, like got shot. And
Like,
killed, bro.
I can't watch football because Peyton Manning will say, like, Omaha and shit. And then I just think of, like, Omaha Beach. Like, and, like, my buddy, like, he's just describing the beginning of Saving Private Ryan. He's like, yeah, I remember, like, I was on the beach and I looked over and there was a guy in slow motion trying to pick his arm up. And then he dropped it and then he picked it up again and, like, walked around.
like
and then it
s-
cut to a different scene.
Like most people, when they like think of the beach, they think of like relaxation or like vacation. And for me, it's like I remember being with my homie Matt Damon, and like fools were just like fucking dropping fool. It
Yeah.
was like the Nazis did a drive by on our ass.
Yeah,
basically.
we lost like a lot of people. We lost Vin Diesel. We lost Adam Goldberg.
mean,
we
I-
lost Barry Pepper. He shot a guy through the eye, dog. And I was like, I could see through the scope, like Barry Pepper aiming at this guy, and then the bullet went through his scope and then his eye. It was like badass.
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
I mean, like I barely stored the beaches of Normandy like the late 40s though, like barely. you
But
know?
I,
And then we
actually
saved-
did though.
yeah, we saved Matt Damon, and then this rude motherfucker turned into an 80-year-old right there.
Dude,
Rude ass bitch.
It's fucking crazy, dog.
It's like live the rest of your life,
But
dog.
like we like saved him. But like you know what's bullshit about it is like he was just a private. But like as soon as we saved him, he like time traveled. It was like what the fuck,
Yeah, it's
bro?
like,
You
all
could
right.
have time traveled at any point, and like we died.
Yeah,
like trying to save.
it's
your
like,
ass.
all right, fuck you, man. Like, jeez.
I was hanging out on top of this bell tower this one time, and this guy came in there, and like I tackled him, and I was like, he's a fucking Nazi, right?
Right.
Like, dog. But then I look into his eyes, and I was like, this is a real man.
Right, like I used to drive the tank, and like they got all pissed at me because I put neon under the wheels and shit, and like I put like a hydraulic system on the
Yeah,
tank.
fool. And they used my like jerk off socks. And they took all my jerk off socks and they put C4 in that shit and tar and shit and like slammed it against the tank, bro. And I'm like, bro, I was like gonna beat off with those later, bro. Like now I like can't, like I'm gonna probably die, and like I don't even fucking like Tom Hanks, bro. And like I'm trying to beat off, and like you just see like 8 Marines corner me at the mall, and they're just like cracking their knuckles.
Yeah, one guy,
I'm in full World War II veteran uniform.
one guy pulls out brass knuckles just about to beat your ass. But you're dressed like an old World War II guy, like you have the big giant glasses that you're actually wearing, and like the little square pointy hat.
Yeah, and I got like liver spots on my forehead. I'm like Johnny Knoxville and Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Johnny Knoxville, and we're gonna go steal some valor. Bow down, bow down, bow down.
You gotta make the Panzer hit the switches, dog. You know what I mean? Oh,
Oh,
sometimes-
fucking 360 no scope his ass, bro.
Dude, like back in World War II, man. Like back in World War One, like when we had the trench warfare and whatnot, dog.
Yeah, that was good shit. Like, I always got caught in battle because I put fuzzy dice at the end of my barrel. People could always see that shit because
Yeah,
it was
fool.
like purple.
What kids like don't get though is like if you die in war, like you don't respawn. Like it's just like fucking game over, fool. But it's not like you're sitting there with the controller looking at the screen that says
Right.
game over.
Dude, like, Germany-
you fucking die, bro.
And fucking Germany sucked. They had no backwoods. You couldn't get any monster dog. It was like, it sucked ass.
I got like 500 XP that day though, bro. Like I was high score for sure, bro. It was like every 5 seconds it was like achievement unlocked, trophy unlocked, achievement unlocked. I was like fucking badass, bro.
Well, that is modern warfare. Like, I imagine the guys who are flying those drones are just like gamer kids. Like,
Dude,
they have
my-
a headset on. They're
Yeah.
talking shit the whole
My
time.
buddy's
They're
brother-in-law
tricking
is one of those
Mountain Dew,
guys.
Blast.
My
They're fat as shit.
my buddy's brother-in-law is a drone pilot for sniper shit.
Really?
Yeah. He says it's pretty dark because the worst part
Oh,
about it.
really?
Yeah. Well, think about it. If you're killing people from a couple of football fields away as a sniper,
Right.
you kind of see them through the scope, but not really. But when you're in a fucking drone, you're literally flying up to their face.
Right. And you're like
You see-
900 miles away.
Yeah, but you see everything.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you have to verify because that's one of the things that's so great about drone strikes.
The amount
Kevin Tinkin quoted on that.
the amount
Well-
of children they kill on accident.
No, you're able to get significant more accuracy. So you have to verify your target before you can.
Wow,
engage.
we must be doing a lot of drone strikes then, because there's a lot of innocent people that are getting killed, my friend.
Are there?
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
You want me to pull up a WikiLeaks article right now?
There was,
it's fucking bananas, bro.
the wedding.
Wait, only under Obama though, right?
Right?
Right.
Okay,
That's right.
okay, yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. Trump
No,
hasn't done any drone
It was
strikes.
No,
it
none.
was under Obama where they, if you remember, they blew up an entire wedding because there was two like Saudi
They were getting
leaders.
gay married.
They were getting gay married. They're like, no, I'm Obama and I hate this.
Wait, you can't do an Obama impression? Come on.
No, that's that's how Obama talks. That's how he talks when there's no TVs recording him.
If there's
Hey
anybody,
guys, it's President Obama. I fucking love drone strikes, bro.
if there's anybody here who has any reason why these two shouldn't be married,
What is that buzzing noise?
We're just trying to be gay.
it's two Southern gay men in the middle of Saudi Arabia trying to get married.
They have to go that far to get gay married.
Yeah. They went too far.
Yeah, they're in Islamabad in a compound getting gay married. But no, it was the U.S. military. I think it was approved by Obama even, like approved the strike, was they blew up an entire wedding, I think of like 400 people just to get these two guys. So they're like, yeah, fuck the 298
Yeah.
or whatever innocent people at that wedding.
Well, the
But incredible accuracy, Kevin says.
well, it depends on. I hate to
but
answer
to be
this.
fair, that wedding was a dry wedding. So it's like, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
guys, come on.
No, I
You make me come out here on the Saturday, no booze, and
Yeah.
I get bombed to death.
That was the best episode of Bridezilla.
I mean, I hate to answer this with a real
What?
answer,
Go
but
on.
So it just depends on what type of drone strike it was, because
I believe you. I was just fucking with you.
there are some that just have some of the drones that just have like a gun on it, and they go
Really?
and they just shoot somebody in the head and they fly away.
Like one pistol.
Yeah, Well,
Yeah, it's
it's,
one 9mm.
it's usually
It's duct taped to the drone.
it's usually a higher powered something, so they can do it from
No,
far
of
away.
course.
But yeah, it's nuts. So you don't have to strap a warhead on.
So your buddy, did he tell you how many people he's killed with drones?
No, he wasn't allowed to really talk about it. But he
What
said
did he
it was
say?
pretty fucked up. Well, this is all third party stuff. So one of my best friends, it's his brother-in-law, and
What's his name?
Dick McGick, Cox McGillicuddy. No,
Oh,
but
fuck. I fucked him.
he said that it was hard. That the hardest part about it was the fact that you're looking at everything in HD video before you kill him.
Nice. You got a big 4K monitor?
Yeah,
Dual screen?
Yeah.
No, it's-
fucking Turtle Beach gamer headset.
real talk.
Yeah.
And that's
360 surround sound, bro.
no shit, dude.
Gamer chair.
The military is going to be just mostly 13-year-olds.
Fuck yes.
Right.
With like Code Red, Mountain Dew.
Well, the drone base is actually operated from their mom's basement.
Yeah.
You hear the drone operator like, Mom! Mom! Turkey sandwich! Mom!
Soldier, why have you been fucking up on my watch?
Well, actually, I haven't had any Tostitos pizza rolls for about a week now.
Sergeant, my mom didn't give me chicky nuggies, and I got dehydrated because I don't drink water. I just
chalky
eat
milk.
I need chalky milk.
I need chalky milk.
What is that from?
Before
Is
I-
that
Mom, I need chalky milk
Is
in my nuggies.
Chalky Milk? Is that from South Park?
That is from your fucking ass. Actually,
I had no idea.
I don't know what chalky milk is from.
I don't think it's from anything specifically, but that's just like a joke. Is that like gamer people say like chicken nuggies and chalky milk?
Doggo and
Right, pupper,
pupper.
epic pupper, 10 out of 10
Yeah.
for
Dude,
the
my,
win.
my boy's been he's been begging me to let him wear the headphones when he plays Fortnite now.
Do not
Oh,
let him
wow.
do that.
I'm letting him do it, but I have to like we had to have a long conversation.
He's gonna
about
start
it.
saying the N word very soon. Very soon.
Well, that's what he told me. He said I can't get enough V-Bucks unless I start saying the N-word.
really.
Yeah, you have to say the N-word three or four times in order to get the V-Bucks,
Right.
so that you're not in like the basic outfit that they give you at the beginning, and you can get. Have you seen Fortnite? They have the little hood. You
Right.
can, you can wear a little hood, and yeah, it's interesting.
Right, you build a big cross and then you light it on fire.
yeah,
that's how you play Fortnite.
That's actually how you replenish your
Your
shield health. Yeah, you get a regular bonfire gets your regular
Right.
health, but the
to unlock the skins, you have to actually watch Mississippi Burning and boo it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love Birth of a Nation in order to. That's actually in the startup, the safety screen.
You have to watch Do the Right Thing.
Do the right thing?
Oh wait, what?
Let's do the right thing.
That's what I said.
I think
is-
you said do the
No,
right thing.
of course not. Why
It
would
is-
I say something that crazy? Don't say crazy shit.
No, but he's made he's made some friends on there, which has been pretty good. But
All right.
for the most part, we haven't heard anything.
Are you worried about
problematic.
him like talking to any like 45-year-old men or something like that?
100%. But I always listen in when he's playing, and if I'm not around, I don't let him put it on.
Right.
So
What's the worst thing you've heard while he's playing?
honestly, nothing. It's a lot of little kids.
Dude,
Oh,
just put
that's
him in a
probably right.
private chat with kids at his school. That's the only people he should be playing with anyway. You know,
Is there a way to do that?
on the PS4, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
can do
have
like
to-
a private,
We do the private chat
online,
room.
Yeah.
Me and you do that when we play the golf simulator game.
Well, yeah, but the way it works is you start up a game and you're just in a group with people, and then whoever's got their microphone activated can say the N-word.
Inwood activated.
They should have like a breathalyzer on gamer headsets where if you say the N-word, the game shuts off.
I'm
And then
serious.
nobody
That's not
would
a
play
bad
a video
idea.
game ever again.
Yeah, stocks plummeting for EA Sports today.
The gaming industry goes completely under.
I mean, honestly, all the names that have the N-word in them would. I mean, just if they eliminated those, that's like 30% of their users. It's pretty bad. I don't know why are gamers so bad.
I mean, I think it's just like the ultimate chance to do whatever you want. You know, it's like spring break,
Yeah.
but in your home.
It is fun. I will get on very often and be like, "You fuck so worthless. You ain't never gonna get to the top of the ranking. The eye of the storm's closing, and you're gonna be on the outside.
Mom, the man is yelling at me in the game.
Stop being a pussy. You're a fucking warrior. You never forget that." They're all 5.
I'm scared.
Can I get in the gamer rant corner for a second?
I would,
Go off,
I would
Queen.
love
Dude,
it. Hold on, let me prepare the pillows.
The thing I hate, you always hear shit like this just playing through the speakers when you're like someone has their music on their headset and they think everyone wants to listen to their fucking music. And it's just like you just hear this like loud as shit. And you're like, God damn it. Motherfucker. Like and they're just like, hey, does anybody have their mic on? Hey, does anybody have their mic on? Hey, Gay Guy 42069. That's my real username on PS4 if you want to add me. Oh my God, this guy's name is Gay Guy 42069. Holy shit. Does anyone in here smoke weed?
Hey, guys,
Do
I
you guys
drive a
smoke weed?
Lexus. It's Lise.
Hey, I just got a brand new microphone. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? My mom's a fucking bitch. She won't let me get a nice microphone. Hey, what are you listening to? I love that shit.
I'm 8 years old and I'm about to say the N-word a bunch of times.
Bro, if you say that there's going to be big problem in this chat, I come down there, I kick your ass, I kick your dad's ass, I fuck your mom right now, bro.
Yeah, do it, bitch. Do it, you little bitch.
Dad, there's a Russian
bitch
asshole.
ass.
There's a Russian guy on here, Dad.
I have Greyhound, 2 Greyhound that'll eat your head. They'll eat your fucking head off, bro, and fuck your mom.
You bitch
It's the guy who
ass.
tried to sell security to.
Oh yeah, did you tell Ben about that guy? Can you tell that on the pod? That guy.
So I go to this place. The guy's, I got $5 billion right around here. See on my cars? He's $5 billion car
And this
lot.
guy's Russian, not Armenian, right?
He's a Russian Armenian.
That's a thing.
Yes, that's yeah.
I have to make some phone calls.
Oh yeah, no, real talk. That's really a thing. Yeah, it's the same area. And he's like, I'm like, you need to get a security system. It's gonna be $3 or whatever. And he's like, oh bro, fuck off, man. Look at these dogs. I don't feed them and I beat them. And he shows me these huge dogs. And he's like, this is an Armenian dog. You can hit him in the head. He doesn't feel anything. He really said that.
Really?
He really said that. You fucking beat the shit out of him and doesn't feel nothing.
Did you give him a whack?
Yeah, I hit the dog. I grabbed an aluminum baseball bat and I just hit it on the head, and the dog. He just can't. He wanted to lick my face.
Yeah, it sounds like my ex-wife.
And then his place got broken into, and he called me up, and he was like furious.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I told you about everything. I go, what happened with the dogs? He goes, you fuckers throw a steak. They throw a steak. They feed. Look, I can see on the camera.
Oh
he
yeah, you
throws-
told me this. Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
No, he didn't buy a system for you. Then he got robbed.
And then he didn't.
Yeah, I got
and-
the story,
And then he
yeah.
still wouldn't buy a system.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I robbed the place. What are you gonna do?
I had thought about that when I'm like short a goal and people have. I just need one deal to go through. Mm-hmm. I was literally driving past the place and it was closed. I'm like, if I throw one rock through this, I hit goal. I make like $3,000 tomorrow.
Yeah. But you would never do that.
Yeah,
I would never do that.
No,
I'll
you
say
really
on the
wouldn't do
pod.
that. You're too sweet of a guy. Yeah, I have evil thoughts like that sometimes. You know. Do you think cops do that sometimes?
Break into a place?
Yeah, just so that somebody will call them
'Cause
they're
business is
lonely.
slow.
Because they're so lonely.
Yeah, they respond within 15 seconds.
Hey Ben,
Yeah.
what do you think about all this stuff? You know.
About the podcast?
Yeah. What do you think about life? You know, and everything. What do you think about all these? What do you think about all these cops?
You know, man. Fuck them.
I feel like we lose.
cops.
I feel like we lose you sometimes. Like you'll just get lost, and I see you staring at your feet for a little while.
No, I'm listening and thinking. Is all.
Good for a podcast.
I'm literally not. It's not that I'm not present. It's just I'm just thinking. I was just thinking about like corrupt police officers and what they probably do. I was trying to run through a scenario of a really fat cop, and I was trying to think of something where like he just grabs like a donut at the floor of his fucking
Cruiser?
cop car, and he just chucks it through a window of a bank.
It's an old growler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like an old bear claw.
Yeah,
and
just crushed it
chucks
over.
Do you think they have like fucking? Do fat cops have a shitload of like fast food wrappers in the back of their
I
police
guarantee
car?
100%. Like they've arrested a guy and they're like, oh, hold on, before they put him in, and they're just like shoveling Burger King wrappers and receipts out of the back of the cop car.
You got to do it.
My wife, she took the kids to school in this.
Yeah, they're moving the kiddie seats over so they can put the rapist in the back.
That's how tough times are now. It's the only car they have for the family.
Yeah, I actually drive this for Lyft, later in the day.
If they arrest a kid, do they have to put him in a booster seat?
Mm-hmm. That's the law.
Is that true?
Yeah, they have to call the police station. They bring a booster seat down. They take him to jail.
They arrest a baby. They've got to put the baby in a kid's seat.
Can they arrest the kid? I don't even know.
Yeah, only if it says the N-word. Then it's like full SWAT team busting in his bedroom. Kill switch engage.
Right.
Boot to the neck on the ground. They shatter the gamer headset immediately, and they open fire on it. They open fire on his gamer chair and riddle it with
They kick the
bullets.
door open. They go, hands! Show me those fucking hands! Shut that fucking dog up! And they shoot the dog.
They kick the Mountain Dew Baja Blast away from the controller.
they break. A gamer gets swatted, and they have to like shuffle through the mountain of garbage that's just covering the floor.
Put down the Dew!
It's just manifestos and Jack in the Box wrappers.
They're literally like swimming through it to get to the kid who's trying to swim to his window to get away. Don't open that window! Don't open it, cocksucker!
So fat. Have you guys watched mukbangs on YouTube?
Is that the ones where they eat a lot of shit?
Yeah, it's like
It's like fat Asians eat a bunch of food, right?
it's not just Asians; it's also white women.
Oh,
But that seems to be the two.
but it's still
groups.
called a mukbang.
Yeah, so a mukbang is like a big like. Me and Tim found one of like this 400-pound girl, and she just sits down and she just eats a whole chicken from start to finish.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's
is it
nothing.
dead?
Is she dead?
Is the chicken dead?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I've
Seeing
seen
a
one.
live chicken.
It was called, it was a mukbang.
That is a fun. Oh, sorry.
It was like seafood, and the claws. This lady had lobster claws that were like the size of Jace's head, not my head. And I mean,
So the size of a normal head.
the size of a normal head,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just eating it, and she's dipping it in the most disgusting, just a bowl of butter and spices, and she eats this huge platter of stuff. It's disgusting, and she's all done up, like her
I
nails
actually,
are done up.
when she's done eating, I stand up and I applaud.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
A
beautiful.
brave woman.
To be that brave.
Well, you used to watch feeder porn back in the day.
What?
Feeder porn.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. You're a big feeder porn guy.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Wait, what's feeder
You literally
porn?
showed me videos like, check this out. It's some fat guy with like gravy dripping down his tits, like eating a bunch
Well,
of food.
yeah. I thought you were talking about something else. But
Did you think I said theater porn?
yeah.
What are you? What
Which I
are you
never
hiding?
watched.
What are you hiding, man?
Well, I was thinking, I was like, wait, is there like a genre of porn where like people just eat and fuck each other?
Probably.
But I don't think that's called feeder porn though. Like not what I'm talking. What you're talking about, where like you're talking about someone to get that fat, they have to be fed by somebody because they can't move anymore. Because if someone was isolated, they could not ever in their life get that fat because they'd have to get up and burn calories to go get the
Yeah,
food.
you're talking about like the My 800-Pound Life people. They always
Yeah.
have an enabler who's bringing them food.
Can you look
And
up?
is that feeder porn?
No, feeder porn, and you've showed me this. I don't know how you don't. It's literally like it's a guy he's always wearing a shirt that's way too tight, and the buttons are about to pop off, and it's like a fat guy or a fat woman eating food, and they keep like expanding the shirt, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Ben's memory
It's
erases
just-
every time he comes. So
I've never-
right after he watches the videos, he can't remember.
I've never called that feeder porn, but it's like this weird fat shaming kink where a lot of guys, and you can they can put this on YouTube. You can watch it. They just have shirts that are way too fucking tight, and they just like flex like that, and then their buttons all pop off their shirt, and then they just play with their belly and slap it, and they're like, "I'm fucking fat as shit. I'm a fat piece of shit."
And I think that is a subsection called feeder porn, and it's literally
Mm.
it's like the idea is I think what gets people off sexually is the idea of somebody like expanding, like almost like that Monty Python sketch from Meaning of Life.
I could eat another bite.
It's just a thin mincer.
It's just waffle thin.
It's a wafer thin mincer.
I just rewatched that recently. That is so fucking funny.
It's my favorite Monty Python movie because it's all sketches and it's just insane. And there's some titties in it.
Yeah, there are some titties in it. Yeah,
They're running and they have elbow pads and knee pads and helmets.
There's so many hot women in Monty Python.
There really are.
Yeah.
there really are.
I've jacked off to every single woman in every Monty Python movie.
Right, in every sketch on the TV show, especially. There's so many. Hot
Wait,
women.
wait.
hot
Are you
women.
saying they're not any more beautiful than any other woman, though, right?
A little bit more beautiful.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody. We are officially canceled.
Not good, not good. But all the cleaning women who are on Monty Python, so fucking hot.
So hot.
They walk in, they'd be like, "Mr. Crabapple, will you more if I get a spot of spam?" And I come all over my TV screen.
You know who's one of the hot? I've jacked off to this person so many
They
times.
don't call it Cockney
Who?
for nothing.
Ben, you were saying?
The hottest woman I've ever jacked off to. Whoever plays the church lady in Saturday Night Live. So fucking hot.
Yeah,
like,
I was
guilt
always
material.
I was
dude.
always a Miss Pat man, not Miss Pat, but Pat.
Oh,
the transgender person.
Yeah, it's Pat.
Mm-hmm. It's Pat.
Hey, they don't call it Cockney for nothing.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean?
The sound of that was really deafening. Like I feel like we negatively peaked.
Well, you guys, you weren't real silent on me to try to shame me, and I thought maybe you just didn't hear what I said. I thought that you were being silent so I could repeat it, and then I thought, I better say it again. Oh man, I always it's really hot when the Monty Python guys dress up like women.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A lot of times they would dress up and play women
Because they're women.
No. They were men wearing women's clothing.
Oh my god!
No. It's
Oh my god!
it's hot.
I just do the full Ace Ventura when he finds out she's trans.
You're in the shower.
Really problematic scene there. Here it is, a depiction of a straight man not enjoying
remember-
kissing a man.
How old were you when you watched that movie?
I don't know. I was probably 10.
Yeah,
don't know,
I watched it
maybe.
when I was about 10 too. And the scene where
Maybe, I don't know.
when he goes, Hinkle's a man. They're like, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Well, say hello to Mr. Winky." And then he turns around and now I know her dick is tucked behind her.
I thought it was a
Into her
shit.
I thought it was a shit.
Me
Everybody
too.
thought it was a big shit coming out of her
Well,
ass.
everybody that was not adult, yeah.
Right. No, every
Yeah.
single person in America was like, "Wait, so shit's coming out of her ass? That makes her a man?"
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we were just there for the bits. Like following the actual storyline
Yeah.
was so secondary.
Ace Ventura was so transphobic. I actually call him Jace Ventura.
Trans detective.
Jace Ventura, trans detective.
BET detective. Bet detective.
It's just the Kardashians looking for their dad. Hiya, Jace Ventura, trans detective. He's right here, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one quote from that movie.
Alrighty
Somebody
then.
stop me.
That's
No?
The Mask.
Oh
Ace Ventura, dude. One of my favorite scenes.
Get me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
That's Smokey and the Bandit.
In Ace Ventura 2, which by the way
is the better one, right?
I don't know if it's better, but it's
No, it is
so
not, Jace.
funny. I just remember
It
when
has the rhino scene. The rhino scene is the funniest thing ever. when
It's
he's
very, very
popping out of
funny.
rhino.
The first one is so good, though.
the first one's very good, but I like the scene when they go into the room where they're showing slides. And it's all these serious Nigerian guys. And he's like, "This is Mr. Ventura." And he's like, "Please, don't get up." And then he sits down and it's just so stupid. And it was one of the best things to see as like a junior high kid.
Yeah, he's doing the shadow puppets on the pictures, like eating their dicks and shit.
Yeah, and like twisting the nipples with his fingertips.
And it's just guys with red berets going, "Mr. Ventura, please do not. Do not joke like that."
It's so good.
It's a guy who's had both of his hands cut off at the elbow.
Yeah. Well, it's such a good movie because essentially they put a guy who is mentally challenged but also a genius in with every other character on that movie is a straight guy. Like and he's just so insane.
Well, except Ray Hinkle.
Yeah.
Lou Hinkle.
Lou Hinkle. Sorry.
Lou Hinkle's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
And shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
It would be funny if Lou Hinkle. I mean, nobody listens to this knows who Lou Hinkle is, but it would be funny if he was in Ace Ventura. It's like, yeah, you got to find my dad. He's sucking dick down at the docks.
#1 dick sucker in all of town and shit like that.
I love Lou Hinkle.
Yeah, Lou's very funny. He's just a comedian. He's like this Brooklyn guy. He's like, yeah, my dad was the #1 queer of Sussex County, sucking every dick and AIDS up his ass, AIDS in his face, and he's bombing. And I'm like,
in L.A., everybody's just like, Jesus Christ.
and I'm pissing myself in the back.
Well,
Like,
what's so funny is just like the fact that he's just telling his truth. You know what I mean? Up there, like he's just being.
I mean, he could talk
honest
about more
his
than
life.
He could talk about more than
No,
that.
I mean, but if that's what's going down in your history, if Jim Avery was the
Yeah, but
#1 dick sucker in Abilene,
don't you
hold
fucking
on.
say that.
Hold on. There's no joke. There's no joke there. He's just like, my dad once sucked a dick.
well, there's a lot of
And
jokes in there. It's
Yeah, but it's like it's really just like, I'm doing this because it's shocking. That's the point of it. He knows
Hey,
he's not supposed to be saying that.
I mean, the truth is shocking sometimes. You know, when I like Lou Hinkle, I always enjoy it. And
I think that shit's funny too.
On top of it is when you're at an open mic for 7 hours, like I often am, and you're just waiting there, and everybody gets up there and they're doing, their version of Dane Cook or Jerry Seinfeld or Bill Burr or whatever, and you have a guy who has literally the best accent you've ever heard in your life go up and talk about his dad sucking dick for 3 minutes. It's a real breath of fresh air. And it's nice to see a real artist.
Yep.
I love Lou. I love, and mostly because he likes my red leather jacket so much.
Yeah. I think that's the metric we should measure success with, and talent and comedy. Is
How
are
much
they
you like my jacket?
If they go up at a 7-hour open mic, can they entertain the bored and deranged people that are there?
Yeah.
I think that's the metric with which.
Dude,
well, that guy's
Nanette
good.
couldn't do that, so she sucks.
Yeah.
Oh no, man! Can you imagine Hannah Gatsby showing it up at an open mic?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd
I'd try to fuck her.
It'd be a real blast.
Yeah, me and Jace would Eiffel Tower that bitch.
Yeah, we'd make her straight.
I wonder how
put a ring
how
on
she
it.
does work her stuff out.
We'd fuck her so good that her next special would be in the Eddie Murphy suit from Delirious. And she'd be bursting out of it, walking around like, "You fucking straight white men better not be looking at my eyes."
I am not gay anymore.
You ever be getting that good dick? I mean, that dick that hits your back wall, pops your shit out.
Pop my pussy like a kangaroo. All right, got a bounty on that cock.
The dingo ate my ass.
The dingo ate my pussy.
Oh, what I used to do back in the bush, I used to throw a boomerang up in the air and I'd catch it in my twat.
And
It's me, Nanette, but I'm straight.
I will not tell biographical stories about my pussy anymore.
See, my shit's twisted. I got that twisted pussy like a spiral. See, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
It's like
She's performing for an audience of kangaroos.
Pull my fucking labia hood up, mate.
Oh, it's Nanette as Bernie Mac. And she goes, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. DJ hit it. And then it's just a guy in a didgeridoo goes, caught it. I pull my shit out. It gets dark. I'm gifted. I'm big bone. DJ, hit it.
Oh, I'm gifted. I got these pants from my uncle. Hit it, DJ. I shop at a men exclusive store, and then I get upset when people recognize me as a male.
Oh,
hit it.
Boo, you fucking suck.
Happy Halloween, baby. Hamburger. She's Hamburger
She's
Jones
the
now.
hamburger comic.
Oh, dude, there is a clip, and we were watching that special on like 25 years of Def Jam, and it was have you seen that, Kevin?
I have not.
It is the funniest shit of all time. They're just showing clips from like old, like great black comedians. And
Hell yeah.
Hamburger, who's like now a Punchline, Alonzo Hamburger Jones. He was a black comic come out in a
He's
cowboy hat.
hilarious.
He had one of the funniest things. It looks like a plant, but there's no way it could be. He walks out on stage like his first big time on TV wearing that stupid ass cowboy hat. And he just sees like there's an enormous fat black woman in the front row wearing an all orange jumpsuit. And he goes, "Oh, happy Halloween, baby. Hamburger." Dude, they fucking tore like the terrace off the building.
Dude, I love Def
good
Comedy
shit,
Jam.
dude.
That is the best comedy. There's no doubt about
Well,
it.
because they are doing like fucking bits we would do. Like it was
Yes.
like Chris, not Chris Rock, fucking who's the guy from
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, Chris Cornell was like, "I'm going hungry." No, it was Chris Tucker had a bit. He's like,
Yes.
"What if Michael Jackson was a pimp?" And he just like him's like slapping a bitch around.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something like dumb bit we would do on this podcast.
Yeah, who's the other guy that had a great Michael Jackson thing?
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, he was like, I think
amazing.
Michael's on crack, and then he would just like mime Michael Jackson smoking a crack rock, and then he'd do like he would spin 18 times with a mic in his hand somehow, and it wouldn't get tangled or anything.
Dude, I'll listen to the Eddie Griffin his album.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Apple Music or whatever. Listen to Apple Music, and then I'll like it'll be like 3 a.m. when I get home, and I've got Eddie Griffin just blasting, and then I'll wake up and barely get out of bed, at 7:30 when I got to take my kids to school, and then I get in the car and the Bluetooth connects, and it's like, "What's up, you motherfuckers?" And I'm just like, sorry guys, my kids are like, "Who's that? It's hilarious."
That's a preacher, kids.
Yeah.
What does he mean he's going to fuck the bitch from the back?
What does he mean he likes a pussy from the back?
Well, that
man?
means he's going to actually prophesize and to her from behind Satan.
From the rear end. It's very smart. You wouldn't understand. I can't wait till my kids are a little bit older and I can start showing them some of this shit.
Well, you showed him the VR pod, but you turned the volume on.
I did. I just want them to know that it was happening, without like
You know they're looking that up in secret now.
Well,
Like, Dad, why are you crying? And these two guys are yelling at you.
No, I have.
It's a podcast, honey.
They have looked me up online a couple of times.
Your stand-up?
Just everything.
Really?
Yeah, because they think I'm famous.
Really?
Yeah, they really do. They'll tell me I'm famous all the time.
And your kids are retarded.
Yeah. And it's good. It's very good. But, they've looked me up. I've let them watch a couple of my sets.
Okay.
But, they're coming up. I mean, my son's 11.
Do they like me?
They do like you. They don't like you as much as they like Jace, though.
Why do they like Jace more?
Because he's so big. I think they just blew them away, that he was so tall.
God, they're so woke.
Dad, he looks just like Roxanne Gay.
They're like, I like Ben, but I really like Jace because he's so brave.
And I'm like, what? No,
I'm laughing, but I'm crying.
I think they like Jace because I really made it a point that they should hug you every time that they see you.
because I don't like touching.
Yeah, because I'm going to break you.
I don't
with
like kids. I specifically don't like. I'll hug you, but I don't like kids hugging me because it's always like it wasn't your kids, but like Katie brought the kid she nannies over, and one of them went to hug me, and then he ran up to me, and his head like literally hit like my dick as he's hugging me. I'm like, oh no, like what? Like get away.
Do you want me to erase
That's
this
how it
off the
starts?
pod? You want me to put? I can take this out.
Jace, that's how it starts.
Yeah, that's how it starts. That's Epstein. He just hugged a kid one time.
It's like, people are like, I don't smoke, but sometimes when I get drunk, I'll have a cigarette. That's how it starts.
Right.
Kids are bumping into your dick. Next thing you know,
Right.
you're on a private plane with Bill
I'm like,
Gates.
do you fuck kids? They're like, if I'm drunk, I'll like fuck one kid, but like, I don't make it a habit of fucking kids. Oh God, there goes the VR camera.
Sorry, I hit the VR. I'm sorry, I was laughing so hard I hit it.
Yeah.
Is it good? Did it crack?
No, it's going to be great for the viewers, though, to feel
That-
like they're 8 inches tall and fall off of a book.
Yeah, everyone just threw up that was watching the VR.
We kill a kid with epilepsy.
Mm-hmm.
Epilepsy is the one with flashing lights, right?
Yeah, that's the one that you get. For strobe lights.
Yeah, there was an episode
Epilepsy.
of Pokemon that killed like 14 Japanese kids because of epilepsy.
Really?
Like it was just a quick flashing scene. It was back before they would do the warning epilepsy thing, and I think it like threw like 14 kids into like comas or some shit.
It was a nightclub scene where Pikachu was doing coke in the back bar, getting his dick sucked. Togepi was on the ones and twos.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Squirtle was actually blasting his thing up a lady's ass. Mm-hmm.
Squirrel's getting fingered.
I fucked Bulbasaur in his little bulb.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
I fucked
Evolved or no?
Unevolved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm
You're
wild.
a badass.
I did the Shocker and Blastoise's fucking turrets.
Mewtwo actually jerked me off with his mind. It was wild, dog.
Did you see Snorlax
That
is
can
doing
happen.
Snorlax is doing mukbangs now? He's like with the number one YouTuber for mukbangs. Pikachu stood under the disco ball at one point and lit that bitch up.
Killed everybody in the club.
Yeah, he killed every single person.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I've run out of Pokemon.
Getting my dick sucked. Getting my dick sucked.
Is anybody fucking
Sucking my
Ash?
dick. Get my dick sucked here, boss. Get your dick sucked now, boy.
Ash is just pimping out all the Pokemon at the front of the club. Hey, what you into? You like yellow guys? I mean, what do you want? You want
Yeah, just
something
like
fuzzy?
rubbing a Pokeball between his fingers, like, what you want? What's in here?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's an
man?
8-ball though. Pokemon live in 8 balls.
What time are we at, Benny boy?
8 hours.
I think we've given the folks at home enough time. Hour 35. I think they've had enough.
I think they've had enough. Any housekeeping? Any things we need to mention before we get out of here?
No. Are we doing the crossover app before this one? I think, right?
I believe we are. I
Okay.
believe we are.
Okay, so you've already heard that if you're listening to this.
Yeah. Shout out to the Coward Hour podcast.
Oh, and I also want to give a shout out to Tom Goss leaving the tribe. I think Ben's doing it next week. You and I have both done
Yeah.
it. It's a
Great.
really good podcast, and I just want to give him a shout out because Mean Boys is ending that he's on.
Mean Boys is
And
ending.
he's trying to ramp up leaving the tribe. It's really good. It talks about like leaving the church and a lot of stuff we talk about
No,
here.
it's really good. I had a lot of fun on there on that podcast. If you do enjoy like a lot of the tone of what we talk about on here, you probably enjoy.
If you enjoyed me
Leaving the
crying
Tribe.
on last podcast, you'll enjoy Tom's podcast. Yeah.
You know what? It's great to hear because we'll have some serious episodes, and
Mm-hmm.
then somebody will be like, "I really liked that last one." I'm like, the one where we're just weeping, and they're like, "Yes, so good." Like,
Yeah.
I think people are really starving for authenticity.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we gave him that in this
Oh,
episode.
absolutely. Well, I'm still sad. I'm ramping up my medication again.
Hell yeah.
Half a pill a day for a week, and then I'm going full pill.
Viagra?
Red pill. And you have to ramp it up. Yeah, Viagra. I just take half a Viagra every day.
So this is coming out in 2 weeks. Okay.
come out
No,
on
this is
Monday.
coming out on Monday.
Okay, so if I do want to say if someone shoots up the Joker premiere, it wasn't me.
Well,
So
you-
before I get texts and calls,
You're
I
such
just want to put a
You're
disclaimer
such a
out
known
there.
subject that you're actually going to be Twitch streaming your entire 3 days during the Joker premiere weekend.
Well, the FBI is requiring me to. Actually, they've already set up a rig for me at the Pentagon.
You guys want
They're
to go?
holding you in a room like you're Magneto.
A glass room.
Right.
Well, they have a movie theater like that they set up with like little dummies and stuff, so I can still have my little thrill.
Right.
And every time a Joker movie comes along, they let me do my thing just to get it out of my system. But
You just screaming, "Get some! Get some!"
one time,
Some general.
One time.
That's the day. Imagine the day after the Joker premiere. America's just in complete anarchy. Incels are like riding helicopters like
Yeah.
Vietnam, screaming, "Get some!"
better run through the bayou.
Burn out, battle run through the Joker. Burn out, down. And don't get shot by a hand cell.
I want to go. You guys want to go together?
I'm going with Joel on the 9th. You guys should come with me.
Joel, who?
Mandelkorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said he wanted to watch the Joker with an incel, so he asked me to do
What
it.
movie
That's
theater?
great. I want to go.
I think the one that seems least likely to get shot up, just an AMC.
What time?
It's just so stupid that everything's.
I don't know. I'll tell you
shoot it up.
later. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let some of my buddies know. Let some of the boys down at 4chan.
Right before I'm about to go to the Joker showing, Ben like grabs my shoulder. He's like, "Hey, man, you better not go tonight."
Ridiculous. Thanks for listening, everybody. Please send us an email.
And you're welcome, too, for entertaining you. We don't have to say thank you for listening. It's like, also, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome for our brilliance.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome for being your friend for an hour and a half.
Yeah, your virtual friend simulator.
Mm-hmm. That's what I call podcasts. I'm kind of unique in that way.
Yeah.
I call it a friend simulator, dog.
It really is. I mean, I didn't know Ben or Jace before we started this thing, and it's been
Kevin
good to
actually
get to know
answered
you.
a Craigslist ad. We need one person to get screamed at on a
Yep.
live recording every week. Yeah.
Want to be attacked?
And it doesn't pay.
Yeah.
And it will never pay.
And you produce it.
Send us an email at brainjailpod@gmail.com. Please rate and review and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. It helps us out a ton. I know we say it every week, but if you haven't done it, then it's almost as if you're crushing our testicles with golf shoes on.
It shoots us up the charts, and that really helps us out with listeners.
We love getting shot up.
Oh, and I'll say too, keep the Meme Boys are ending their podcast, but you can still keep them alive. I saw Connor and Keith at the David Spade show.
This
week. They're doing fucking great. So watch all their jokes they're writing on there. Support them there,
and support Leaving
Tom
the
Goss.
Tribe. Yeah, because Tom's hilarious. He's great.
All three of those guys, I just fucking love them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're great.
Very talented guys. Sad to see Meme Boys go, but.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
They're on to other stuff, and you can still enjoy them. So
yeah, the moment they got real jobs, they're like, "Fuck this podcast bullshit." They're like,
the moment they're making $200,000 a year, they're like, "Nope, no more."
Yeah, sorry. We do it for the love, kind of.
Until one good thing happens.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about this podcast, because Ben keeps having cool shit happen. I'm like, he's gonna be fucking out of here so quick.
Oh yeah, we'll have to replace him with Emma, the dog.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Bye, Ben. Bye, Jace.
Oh, bye, Kevin.
Night.
Goodbye, Kevin. Goodbye, Jace. Goodbye. Wait, what do they say on the Truman Show?
If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah, could someone say that?
All right. Hey, if we don't see you, because you're a podcast listener, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And good luck. And go fuck yourself.
That's the ending of the movie. And go fuck yourself.
I fucked your mom. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Bye.
Or something with an uncertain outcome.
If this gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato. Oh God, they're gonna know I'm dumb.
Thank you all loyal motherfuckers for listening to the podcast. Won't appreciate your patronage and everything and whatnot. And we'll see you all next week. All right, peace out.
Fuck you, Kevin.